What is really happening behind HYBE's closed doors? Why did the company finally speak out about Taehyung and Jungkook after weeks of silence? And what shocking truth made armies worldwide cry, tremble, and question everything they believed? Stay until the end and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because this truth might change everything you thought you knew about BTS. The world of K-pop stood still. A silence heavier than ever fell across social media as fans waited, desperate, anxious, and terrified. What really happened between Taehyung and Jungkook? And why was HYBE, the powerhouse behind BTS, suddenly breaking its silence after weeks of rumors, tears, and emotional chaos? It began with whispers. Faint, uncertain, like the sound of a broken promise carried through the wind. Fans noticed something had shifted. A tension in the air, an emotion hiding behind smiles that no longer reached their eyes. Taehyung's live broadcast had ended with tears, his voice trembling as he tried to say, "I'm fine." But armies knew better. They could see the truth in his eyes. That kind of pain couldn't be hidden behind a smile. And then came Jungkook. Hours later, he went live. Angry, emotional, shaking with frustration. He didn't mention names, but every word he said felt like a shield protecting someone precious. "Don't believe everything you hear," he warned. "Some people only speak when it benefits them." The room fell silent, and the chat exploded. Who was he talking about? What was happening behind HYBE's doors? Days passed, but the storm didn't calm. Theories flooded Twitter. Some said it was internal conflict. Others claimed betrayal. A few even whispered that it was something personal. Something so deep that even the members couldn't hide it anymore. But no one knew the truth. Not until today. Because today, HYBE finally spoke. It started with an official statement posted quietly on their website. No teaser, no pre-announcement. Just a sudden upload that made millions of fans stop breathing for a moment. The title was simple. Regarding the recent speculations about BTS members. But what was written inside shattered the internet. HYBE confirmed what everyone feared but never dared to say aloud. That there had indeed been an emotional misunderstanding involving Taehyung and Jungkook. Something that had affected their schedules and communication within the team. They insisted it wasn't about betrayal or disunity, but about deep emotions and exhaustion that had built up over time. But the tone of the statement was strange, cold, measured, and hauntingly vague. Both artists, the statement read, are currently focusing on healing and reflection. Please refrain from spreading false information. But what did that mean? Healing from what? Reflecting on who? Why did it sound more like a confession than clarification? The more fans read, the more confused they became. Some cried. Some got angry. Others simply stared at their screens, whispering the same question over and over again. What really happened between Taehyung and Jungkook? Then something even more shocking happened. Just minutes after the official post went live, Jungkook himself posted a cryptic message on Weverse. No caption. No explanation. Just a black and white photo of his hand holding a broken chain bracelet, the one fans had seen him wear during his last live stream with Taehyung. The symbolism was too strong to ignore. The comment section exploded. Is he trying to say something broke between them? Did HYBE make them hide the truth? Why are they both acting like they're not allowed to speak freely? And then Taehyung posted too. His post was even more emotional. A short sentence written in Korean. Even silence can scream louder than words. That was when everything changed. The hashtags #ProtectTaehyung and #WeStandWithJungkook began trending worldwide within minutes. Millions of fans began demanding HYBE to tell the full story. Why did they wait this long? Why release a statement now when emotions were already breaking? Behind closed doors, insiders whispered that the company had been preparing this response for weeks, carefully choosing each word to avoid another scandal. But sources close to the group revealed something darker. HYBE had been under pressure, not just from fans but from internal staff and global partners, all demanding clarity. What could possibly be so serious that even HYBE, a company known for its control and silence, felt forced to speak? Was it true that Taehyung and Jungkook had a falling out? Or was this something deeper? Something the world wasn't meant to see? The silence that followed HYBE's statement was deafening. For a company that built its empire on precision and control, this sudden confession, half-hearted yet explosive, was unlike anything armies had ever seen. It wasn't denial. It wasn't confirmation. It was something else, a half-truth wrapped in corporate language, leaving more questions than answers. And just like that, the internet erupted. Every platform became a battlefield of emotions. On X, fans wrote thousands of threads dissecting each sentence. What does healing and reflection mean? Why didn't they mention names directly? Are they protecting someone? Others noticed that HYBE's post avoided the word conflict, as if admitting it would open a wound too big to control. Then came the leaks. Anonymous insiders began posting screenshots, unverified but terrifyingly believable, showing that internal HYBE meetings had been held days before the statement. In one alleged message, an executive warned, "We must control the narrative before fans do." Was this what HYBE was doing all along? Controlling the narrative? Hiding the truth behind a polished wall of silence while Taehyung and Jungkook carried the emotional burden alone? Fans began piecing together the timeline. Taehyung's emotional live happened days after the filming of a special project, a behind-the-scenes series rumored to have captured moments of tension between members. A staff member who claimed to be present said that something happened off-camera, something that made Taehyung leave the set in tears. And Jungkook? He wasn't supposed to go live that night. According to those close to the situation, he did it impulsively, against company advice, because he couldn't stand seeing false stories spreading about his best friend. That's why his tone was different. That's why his eyes looked red. He wasn't angry at fans. He was angry at the system. But HYBE's decision to manage the issue only added more fuel to the fire. Fans began accusing the company of emotional manipulation. Why was it always the artists who took the blame when things went wrong? Why couldn't HYBE be honest for once, truly honest, about what their artists were going through? As the outrage spread, even major Korean media began covering the issue. Headlines flooded portals. HYBE responds to BTS emotional conflict. Taehyung and Jungkook rumors. Company finally speaks. And fans demand transparency. Every hour brought new theories. Some fans believed HYBE had forced Taehyung and Jungkook to stay silent to protect upcoming projects. Others claimed the two had clashed over something personal. Not anger but pain. A disagreement that had spiraled out of control under the crushing pressure of fame. But what no one expected was what happened next. Because just as fans were ready to turn their anger on HYBE completely, a new voice entered the chaos. Late that night, a short audio clip began circulating online, allegedly recorded during a rehearsal. The faint voices sounded familiar. One of them was unmistakably Taehyung's. The other,